So how y'all doing? I know we just did one of these, but we're gonna assemble another Super XL Auto that's ported. This is an experimental build, and we're gonna see what happens. Ported it a little differently. So I basically installed some fingers in there, tried to give it a little bit of boost, and I'm running a different piston. The piston's off of Pioneer 1200A. The difference between the Homelite and the Pioneer piston is, well, there's two differences that I've found so far. The indicator pins on the Pioneer are offset of each other, and on the Homelites they're straight up and down from each other. So that should help a tiny bit with compression. And the dome on the Pioneer piston, I didn't measure it, but I'm going to say it's roughly 30 thousandths higher than the Homelite piston. Now the edges are the same, so my squish number is basically the same, but the dome is a little bit higher. So I'm hoping that helps a little bit with compression as well. It's kind of works like a pop-up piston, I guess you could say. The whole thing's experimental, and we're kind of going to see how things go, you know. Might have to tear into this another time or two until I get it exactly the way I want, but that's part of the fun, if you know what I mean. So let's get on with it, and let's get this all assembled. I already got the piston in, and you can see here the piston is already installed. Got the rings on, but the dome is just higher than a Homelite. Let me see if I can find one. So I have a factory Homelite piston here. Here's a new old stock. Not new old stock, but here's a new one from Little Red Barn. You can see the dome. Difference between the two. See if I can get these lined up right for the camera. Can you see the difference? The Pioneer piston basically takes up a little more volume of the airspace. So I'm hoping to get a little more punch out of it, if you know what I mean. Now, these pistons are not easy to find. I ended up locating two new old stock pistons, and they're not cheap. I had to pay $80 a piece to get them. So if you're thinking about doing this, be prepared, and they're hard to find. I think I got one on eBay, and I found another one from an online store somewhere. But the new old stock pistons don't come up very often. You could end up having to buy a Pioneer saw 1200A and sacrifice the whole saw just to get the piston if you want to do this. So think about it before you start exploring this option. But I want to see what happens, you know. Everything else about the piston seems to be the same. The wrist pin, same. The skirt length is the same. Everything. Just a little higher on the dome. But I'm at the point of assembling this saw now. So let's go ahead and get her together. Alrighty. Well, there she is. All assembled, ready to get started. We got to break it in, or heat cycle it if you want to call it that. New piston, you know. We gotta take it slow. I want to see how it performs, you know. That's it. She's assembled. This one, you'll always be able to know this one. The foil cap was replaced with a homemade wooden one. You'll always be able to identify this all because of that. Maybe we'll call this one Woody. Huh? What do you think? I was only able to locate one of the screws for the muffler. They must be down at the old place or lost in the move somewhere. So I'm going to have to locate 2 screws for the muffler. I decided to sell the old motorcycle. Started up for the first time today in almost 2 years. Took a good 20 minutes, but I got her running. Here, check it out. I rebuilt this one. So there it is. I bored it out 0.5 millimeter, but you can see I've taken it apart throughout the years of this gas and put this, you know, put silicone in it and stuff, but she's ugly now. It's been sitting here like this for 2 years, almost 2 years. It's the first time it's been started. It's a 3-cylinder, 850cc bike. Still runs. I like the sound of it. But I decided to put the bike up for sale. I really don't need it anymore. It's just, you know, it's been sitting so long and I haven't touched it for no reason really. I just haven't been interested. So I put it up for sale. A guy came, we got it running. I took it for a run around the block. He took it for a run around the block, and he's buying it. So it's a 1979 XS750 frame with a 1981 XS850 engine. So it's an 850cc board, 0.5 millimeter, 3 carbs. You know, you can hear it. She runs pretty good. Still stutters a little bit. The carbs are a little finicky right now, and one spark plug was fouled up. So I imagine some fresh plugs and a little freshening of the carbs, and she'll run better. The guy was sold on it. That thing's got so much power, it ain't even funny. Well, feels like the spring broke. Go figure, you know, right at that moment. I think I have a new spring here hiding somewhere, so we'll see. I'm going to see if I can dig one up, but I might have to get one or steal the starter off another saw. But at least we know that it runs. Well, she's running. I think I got an air leak at the intake, probably at the reed block or somewhere in there. I'll just use a motor seal or something, get it sealed up good. Hey, look at my wild hair. Boy, you're going wild on me. I need a haircut. But she sounds healthy, real healthy. But we'll soon find out. Gotta do my heat cycles and stuff. So, but so far she sounds real healthy. It is pulling a little more fuel than a normal. It is pulling more fuel than normal. So hopefully that's a good sign. It could just be a gas pig. I could have just built a gas pig. You never know. But we'll see. Yeah. But so far she sounds quite healthy. So we'll see how she goes. Alrighty. Later.